29 points. The next closest team was the Phantoms with 19. And where it gets particularly interesting is the plus-minus, which is the ratio of goals scored to goals scored against them. The Phantoms, the Shenanigans goals that have been scored against them. By comparison, the Phantoms have a plus-minus of 0. So they've scored 52 goals and had 52 goals scored against them. So the Shenanigans have played 13 games and tied 3. The Phantoms won 9, lost 6 and tied 1. So the Shenanigans absolutely the form team. But as anyone who's played any form of competitive sport knows, grand finals are a different species. They're a different sort of animal and different things can happen. And sometimes you find that teams that look strong on paper can find themselves in unexpected situations. So the Phantoms will come out hard and do their best to get on the board quite quickly. Watch in particular Ryan Day, who has one of the biggest cannons you will see. So too Michael Somerville, who will be very effective. And Daniel Hood, if he can pass the puck, if he occasionally might remember to do so, can be quite effective as well. But for the Shenanigans, local legend Normie Yan will be one of their D, and we know how excellent he can be. Julia Tran too, who played for the Dogs in the Women's Pro League, who was very effective there as well. She's been an excellent player and is a very steady hand in defence, which will make the Shenanigans very difficult indeed to score against. They're a very powerful and effective team, and so too Nat Lasef, who has been around for a long time and is a bit of a legend around here on this rink as well. So it'll be interesting to see how this game pans out. The Shenanigans in the teal and the Phantoms in the purple and white. We're just waiting for them to get underway. 3 16-minute periods with a 1-minute break between the two. If it is all tied up at the end of regulation, we will have 5 minutes of 3-on-3 sudden death overtime. And if at the end of that it's still tied up, we will have a penalty shootout. So regardless of what happens tonight, we'll decide the Division 4 grand final. And the puck is dropped underway there. Mark Fellow, the referee, one of the best referees in the country. We're very fortunate indeed to have him as the puck goes back to Normie Yan, who finds Rafe on the stretch for the Shenanigans. He finds the feet of one of their unlabelled players. Unfortunately, we'll just see if we can bring our scoring system up to date with the players that may or may not have checked in. I don't have a number 25 here for the Shenanigans, but regardless, Normie Yan chips the puck up the ice, tries to play it up, but only as far as Smith for the Phantoms. Now playing it out, Kanaka, he's dumped it in deep as well. Kananga, sorry, who's put the puck deep into the corner. Going in to put some forechecking pressure on the Phantoms. Going back there to pick it up was Wong. They play the puck back through the neutral zone. The Phantoms, just the Shenanigans, just losing the puck there in his feet was Johnny Levin. He's being pressured now, but not able to do terribly much with it except the puck across ice as the team's starting to make their changes. The minute in is when you're going to start to see teams changing on and off the ice. Racing up through the ice is Somerville, but he is robbed of the puck. And the Shenanigans chip the puck in deep and try and put some more pressure on going back to pick it up. Daniel Hood manages to rim the puck around the boards, but only gets it as far as Nat. But she can't keep it in as much as she would like, and now it's broken out of the zone by the Phantoms. But the Shenanigans win the race to get back to it. And just losing it there in his feet was Yayo. He looks up ice again, trying to find more options. He's being pressed tightly by Smith, manages to get around him. Leaves the puck under his feet, just a little bit of a stumble, but manages to get through sustained pressure. But it's eventually taken off him. Liara Green now plays the puck across ice and finds Lasev. She tries to get past everyone, but can't make the transition, loses a footing in the process. And it's picked up again, though, by Yayo, but he's robbed. And Hoodie takes the shot, but it goes harmlessly into the corner. There was a stick check on him. Going now to pick it up. Matthew Alley is being ridden hard there by Hood. Alley manages to win that tussle, and the puck comes out now. Green looks up ice, fires the puck across, looking for Yayo, but couldn't find him. And now it is being played back up ice by the Phantoms. Chipping the puck in there was Hood, who's been in the ice now for quite a while, maybe looking for a change in the not-too-distant future. I don't know if his clock works, but we'll find out. Yayo now with an option down the right-hand side. He's looking to put the puck on stand-in goalie there in the net for the Phantoms in Lawton Madolo. Lawton makes his first save of the night, playing the puck up now and clearing the puck out of the zone. Phantoms get the puck clear. And it's Hood who takes a shot this time on Kyle Hussey in the net for the Phantoms, and the save is made. So our first face-off will be taken on the offensive zone for the Phantoms, looking to try and get a shot in on Hussey if they can, but it's a great counter-attacking opportunity for the Shenanigans as well. We'll see how quickly they break out. You can see Wong there. Wong, sorry, for the Phantoms, pitching in close. He turns around and sees the threat as here come the Shenanigans in force. They try and get a shot across, but Wong got onto it and got enough to break it up. A strong play there from the young man, and the puck is now cleared up ice, gets past Leven. And now it will be a race for the puck into the corner, going back to try and pick it up Hughes. But Norman Yan, with lightning feet, clears the puck out of the zone nicely. Looked for a partner on the boards, but not able to receive the pass. The Shenanigans. Phantoms with a risky cross-ice pass. They get away with it. Playing the puck back across through the middle now, looking for options. Shot is blocked by Yan, gets a pad in the way. And now breaking it back up the ice. It's Julia Tran with an option. She goes in deep to try and pick up the puck, but is beaten to the race by the Phantoms, and it will be our first icing of the night. If you're not familiar with the icing rule, if you play the puck from your own half of the net and it crosses the goal line at the other end without anyone touching it, it's called icing, and it's brought back to your defensive zone for a defensive zone face-off. There are some mitigating circumstances, but for now, that explanation of the rule will do, as Lewis Cridlin organises, the referee organises the play and gets everyone to make sure they're not creeping too far forward. And the puck now stuck deep in the corner by the Phantoms, trying to keep the puck in and get a shot away. But his feet and all sorts of bits and pieces of bodies in the way to prevent it getting through to the goaltender there in Hussey. Just a deking there nicely with the puck. Somerville tries to get a shot, but Hussey got onto it and managed to stop that one. It was a good shot. The Phantoms with a great opportunity there to try and get one on the net. As coming on, Ryan Days dumps it deep into the corner. Unfortunately, it wasn't exactly the option he would have wanted, but he steals the puck now. He's got a bit of room. He's been pressed by Drew, but he gets past him. He's got some space. Harassing back check there, though, by the Phantoms. In the end, he loses his footing. No hand up for a penalty. So the referees determined that wasn't anything particularly notwithstanding. Hood now with a bit of a chance. He carries it on his backhand and gets driven into the corner by Green. Puck comes across the slot. Williams couldn't get enough on it. And now it's a battle up the boards between Daisy and Kananga. Daisy putting his body in the way and just dominating the line. Puck comes across the front. It's picked up by the Phantoms to get a shot. Madolo gets down on top of it and makes the save. 10 minutes to play in the first. Still 0-0. Phantoms 2 shots on the net, so too the Shenanigans. So it's a close one so far, pretty even. Shenanigans probably expecting things to go a little bit easier for them, but the Phantoms have come out hard and they're doing a good job of controlling play through the neutral zone and generating opportunities. They win that first face-off, chipping the puck into the corner, looking to get the puck up the half-boards and clear the zone, but they can't. The Shenanigans keep the puck deep in the offensive zone for them. Trying now to put the puck back in Rafe, but the puck comes out, but only as far as the Shenanigans D, who unfortunately for Matthew Alley, a couple of the gentlemen in light blue were offside. So the rule is, if the puck comes out of the zone, every player has to leave the zone before any player can go back in if you're in your team. The expression is called puck you. In other words, the puck and then you has to go in. Shot ridden across the front of net, very frustrated there. One of the Shenanigans players, I think he thought that should have gone in because he wanted it to. That's not how hockey works. You've actually got to put the puck on the net and keep your composure. As Yayo now tries to go into the corner and create another opportunity. Hopefully hasn't broken his stick with that little tantrum, but regardless, he skates around the back of the net. Tries to get a wrap around, winds and shoots. Madolo's there. Nice save, Lawton Madolo. And the Phantoms looking up ice again for more chances. Just a little slow on the entrance, Hughes, but he had time. It's been pressed there by two Shenanigans, who now look to clear the puck out and passing up the ice. They find Lasev. She's on the burst, but Hood gets there first and clears the puck up ice. Clears the zone, gets the puck across to the Phantoms forwards in Smith, who dumps it deep into the corner. But now the Shenanigans with loads of time. The Phantoms getting a change. Time to get themselves moving. Julia Tran skating across, cuts in behind Ali. Ali just chips past Hood, gets back across the front, tries to get a shot across the front of the net, but Madolo was there, got a pad down nicely. And now the Shenanigans clear the puck up to the point, who fires in and it bounces off bodies in the slot, doesn't make the net, gets through, shot from a distance, is made safe there by Kyle Hussey. It wasn't necessarily a shot per se, but the scorers will call it that because it was on the net. And you know what, every now and then Those weird ones from the middle of the neutral zone with nothing on them. Sometimes goalies get complacent and let them in. Wouldn't be the first time. But Kyle Hussey makes no mistake of this time and makes it safe. Quidland drops the puck, and Days was in good position but couldn't get across it, so he's had to race back. There's 3-on-2 for the Phantoms. Days sees the threat, loses his footing, unfortunately, though, in the back check. Puck ridden across the front, and then shot on for the Shenanigans, and they score. It was a 3-on-2 that set that one up. You can see the breakout from the face-off. They've got 3-on-2. Wong's back there as well, with just too much time there, and Brad Olich makes that one into the lead for the Shenanigans with 7.5 minutes to go in that first. Just the 3 shots on the net for the Shenanigans, but one of them went in, and that's all that really counts. As now the Phantoms try and bust through the front of the face-off. Tran there was just ridden off it by 0-0 the Phantom for the Phantoms. Very helpful number, thanks guys. But regardless, the puck now into the corner for the aforesaid 0-0. We don't know who the mystery man is. Maybe he's got a skull ring or something or other. As Somerville cuts through everyone, winds and shoots. Beautiful kick save there by Hussey. I don't know that he saw that one coming. So incredible move there across the front of the net by Michael Somerville. He made space where there was none and got a great shot. Had Hussey going one way and went the other, but Hussey had a pad down and managed to just kick that one out. Beautiful save there, Kyle Hussey, keeping the Shenanigans well and truly in the race that time around. What a beautiful piece of play there by Michael Somerville, but not enough to bother the scorers. Savides comes in, gets a shot through traffic, it goes wide. Phantoms racing over to try and pick it back up as racing around the back of the net to pick it up for the Shenanigans. There's Kananga. He doesn't quite manage to clear the zone as Green chips the puck out, re-finds him, but leaves the puck behind this time, Kananga, and it's picked up this time though by his teammate who drives down corner and looks to put the puck back across in the front. Kananga loses his feet, but circling around high in the defense in the offensive zone for the Shenanigans. Fanning on the shot one. Second shot taken by Matthew Alley. Puck bouncing off Modolo. He's having a bit of a workout there. The puck's still loose. So Kananga goes back to try and find an option. Puts it across the front of the net. Shenanigans there in numbers. Get the backhand on. Get another backhand on. Lawton Modolo absolutely stretched out everywhere, trying to stop everything. Manages to make it save as Kananga gets another shot, fires it in, and this time the save is made by Lawton Modolo, and he manages to control the rebound. The Shenanigans keep whacking their sticks on the ice in frustration like this. They're going to need to buy some new ones. It works very well for the pro shop here at IceHQ. Please keep doing it. Anyway, to get the puck dropped, and it is. It comes back to the Shenanigans D who dumped the puck in. It's Kananga now who puts a low shot in, but it got only as far as Wong. And unfortunately for the Phantoms, it got past Wong and just triple past. You'll see this one on the replay. If we get a top down on it, it's just chipped in by the Phantoms, and Modolo was desperately trying to get across to it as it just rolled over the corner and it tucked itself into the net. It's one of those things where if you get enough shots on the net, sometimes they go in, and there haven't been too many, but certainly in that last couple of minutes of play, Modolo well stretched. Not an awful lot he could do about that one. Made the first save. It's the rebound that just unfortunately for the Phantoms was just a little bit too much. The puck goes in deep now. Hood looking for an option. Just does a nice, clever little backhand. Second backhand there, though, unfortunately to no one in particular from Williams as he looked up ice and didn't have any companions. Now it's played back in again by Hood, but Hood offside as his teammate having to race back and get back into position. The Shenanigans now with another chance. They fire it wide. Modolo watches it safely into the corner. Hood now for the Phantom goes back to try and clean it up as racing across now to pick it up Williams. Williams looks up ice, tries to find an option. He's got the mystery Phantom, fires it in deep into the corner, but it goes to no one except Norman Yan for the Shenanigans, who has time to circle around behind the net. Not much of a forecheck on him. Now the forecheck comes in, so he just steps wide, but he's taking a few chances there. Doesn't quite clear the zone. Just a little bit too fancy there, Normie, but you do you. Now the puck goes through the middle, and it's Yayo who has a bit of a chance. He gets round 1 and 2, gets it onto his forehand and shoots. Modolo watches it go wide. Shenanigans doing a good job of just creating that chaos in front of the net and rapid movement. They're doing that beautifully well. And now once more it is Yayo who is trying to do something magical with it, but it ends up in the hands of Lawton Modolo after Nat Lesev took a shot, but it was an easy one there in the end for Lawton to catch in the catcher's mitt and say, yep, my puck, not going anywhere. 3 minutes to go in the first. 10 shots and 2 goals to the Shenanigans. 4 shots and none to the Phantoms. After the first 5 minutes, looked pretty even. But then the Shenanigans started to open it up and create some more opportunities and make the Phantoms pay dearly. Putting in some pressure on now. The Phantoms trying to break it out of the zone. They go cross ice, which as usual doesn't work very well. Gets picked off by Evan Raff. And now the Shenanigans do the same thing but get away with it. Trying to capitalise on it, Savides, but it didn't work. Julia Tran was there in the way for the Shenanigans. And Levin passes the puck across ice to his teammate in Matthew Alley, who finds a teammate up once more up on the boards there, and it's Ilya Zolan. But Ilya can't keep anything terribly useful happening out of it. As the Phantoms stuck a little bit flat-footed now. They start to move, looking up the ice, but stuck with it, the Phantoms. Just pinching in there was Pete Savides, but he couldn't do anything much with it. So a few players lose their feet in the slot now. The Phantoms looking up ice for options, trying to find a winger on the move. Not just coasting, waiting for it. Got to move faster than that. But anyway, here it comes back to the Shenanigans looking up. They find Julia Tran on the breakout, but Julia, picked by Savides, picks it up on the rebound though from herself. Can't, however, get around James Smith, who clears the puck up. But it is back to a waiting collection of Shenanigans players. That teal jersey is just everywhere at the moment. If you're a Phantom, you're looking up at it despairingly, thinking, where can I find some space? Because there just isn't any. Wong there tries to clear it up ice, finds a teammate, dumps it cross ice, looking for the mystery Phantom with a skull ring, who manages to not do much with it as Levin chipped it back in, got it across to Rafe. But now the puck comes back out, picked up again by the dynamic Kananga, who gets a pass across to his teammate. And it's Ben Drew, who is robbed of the puck. Kananga is just battling with Wong, manages to finally pick it up though. He's got another chance, gets a shot, but it is deflected nicely off the blocker there by Modolo. Beautiful shot there with 1 minute to go in the period. Kananga keeps it in nicely. He's having a great game so far. And the puck is fired all the way down the other end, but that will go for icing. And that was Savides there, I think, who took that dump down the ice. But he was watched harmlessly by Kyle Hussey, and that will run a few more seconds off the clock. As the puck now goes back in for the Shenanigans to try and score another offensive zone face-off. And they've got Kananga just setting himself up in the slot. He's been watched closely by Ryan Days. He's doing a good job too of appropriate levels of ferocity, which is what you need. Taking a shot through traffic though was Brad Olick, but it wouldn't go. Kananga now just does a backhand to keep the puck in play behind the net, going back to pick it up. Tom Drew comes up to the point, who just takes a deke and dumps the puck in. Now the Phantoms with a chance. They couldn't quite get the clear. They had a winger clear, and the Shenanigans saw it, but a little bit too late. But unfortunately for the Phantoms, it wasn't enough. And with just fractions of a second to go, that finishes the first period. The Phantoms with a 2-0 lead at the end of the first, with a commanding number of shots on the net, 11-4 goals to Brad Olick from Ilya Zolan, and then Ben Drew from Ali and Green. And that was with just under 5 minutes to play in the first. So the Shenanigans with a 2-0 lead. Extending their plus-minus, but it doesn't count in the grand final. But regardless, we know they're very good at scoring goals, and they're very good at stopping goals getting scored against them, both things which you need to win games of hockey. To point out the blindingly obvious, I do apologise. But Shenanigans did finish the series with a win percentage of 0.9, and the closest to them was the Phantoms with a win percentage of 0.59. So they're a hell of an outlier in the standings for this particular league. Maybe next season they go up to Div 3 and find themselves some appropriate levels of competition. We will see. Hopefully this will work itself out. This is the first season where there's been a relegation program in place here at IceHQ in the Beer League, and this is the last time we get to call it a Beer League, because next season it's called a Rec League instead. Probably appropriately as well. We do have juniors here, and we probably shouldn't be encouraging them to get into the beers, despite Dan Andrews' best efforts post-lockdowns, get into the beers, so to speak. But anyway, we're about to get underway in the second with that 2-0 lead. Face-off one there by the Shenanigans, battling for it. Nat, she circles around back, finds her D partner, and then leaps back up forward, looking for options. But unfortunately for her, it only goes as far as a pick. But then it's picked up by number 13 in Brad Olick, who takes a shot harmlessly into the midsection of Lawton Modolo, who makes it safe for the Phantoms. Face off now in the defensive zone for the Phantoms. They want to put the puck into the corner. The centre's lined up to do it and wins it nicely there. That was Smith who won that face-off beautifully back to his D. But unfortunately for him, it's rimmed around and picked up by Yayo. Yayo is challenged and loses the puck as the Phantoms can't keep the puck out of the zone. They're now stuck. Hood trying his best to clear it out under a lot of pressure. With the puck held in by the Shenanigans and Normie Yan, who does a terrific job of just digging it in with a backhand and keeping the puck in play. It goes far into the corner now. Shenanigans trying to get a shot through traffic. There's too many feet in the way, and it's the Phantoms who clear it out. Eventually just not quite getting as much on it as they would have liked, but it's cleared out by Smith, who does get enough on it to clear the puck almost out of the zone. Ali runs into Hood, and both of them fall over, but they both get up. No harm, no foul. And the Phantom's still stuck though. Ali gets a shot across. Madolo got a pad onto it, managed to clear it out. Hood now looking up ice for options. Tries to deke around Lesev and does. He's carrying it out through the zone, but as is often the case, Hoodie gets picked off to outside the blue line. It's Ali who has a bit of room. The referee's calling something. Looks like it might be an offside. Yayo, sorry, was well positioned. He picked that puck off Daniel Hood very nicely. Hoodie up to his old tricks of trying to go coast to coast. It just won't work at this level, Daniel, but you do you. It's taken by the Phantoms this time, who look to play the puck up the ice in Williams. Williams being watched closely by Zolan, and the puck has been iced and will be brought back for a defensive zone face-off for the Phantoms. Lord Madolo getting a hell of a workout so far. 13 shots on him so far, and that's only shots that the scorer thought would have gone into the net. If the referee doesn't think, if the scorer doesn't think there would have been a goal if the goalie wasn't in the way, it doesn't count as a shot, but it still doesn't mean the goalie hasn't been doing any work, because that goalie, Lord Madolo, has had a workout so far, as we thought that he might. Big shot in from the point taken. It's a bit of a howitzer launched in by Tom Drew. Madolo makes the save nicely though. Going around now, the back to pick it up. Evan Rafe tries to backhander, finds Julia Tran, who gets a shot on, but Madolo's up to that one. Trying to clear it out Wong, but only gets it as far once more as Rafe. Rafe manages to get it through Wong's feet, but it's now an opportunity for the Phantoms to clear the puck out of the zone. Great batching there, back check by Julia Tran, and she steals the puck in the end from the play. Gets it back up to Rafe. Rafe being ridden into the corner by Peter Savides. Still being pressured, but he's still got the puck. Trying to get the puck into the zone. Shenanigans with a lot of players loose in the slot. Tran there very nearly managed to get past Wong and get it on the net. Still battling for position there, as now just digging the puck through was Zolan, who did get a shot on the net, but it went wide. Now the puck up to Tran once more. This time he has room. Fires the puck across the front of the net. It's loose. It's picked up by Wong, who clears the rebound nicely. Puck comes up to the point. Rafe now dekes around Williams. Has a bit of room. Goes into the corner. He's got one with him. Puts the puck across the front looking for Drew. It went wide. Mr. Mystery number 00 gets a pass straight back to the Shenanigans. Racing around the back there is still Rafe, who has room, time and space, and makes it where there doesn't appear to be any. Clearing the puck out now, or attempting to Savides, who gets the puck halfway up the boards, and eventually the Phantoms do manage to clear it out. Scoville now with 2 to beat. Back check from Kananga, very effective. Takes the puck off him. He's driven into the corner. Now racing in to get it, firing the cannon was Daisy. You wouldn't want to get in the way of that. Someone did, who's going to have a pretty sore leg. So I can tell you, get in front of a Daisy shot, you know about it. As the puck now ridden into the corner. And just a little bit of a tangle between Somerville and I'm not sure who that was. It might have been Levin. We'll have a little bit of a rest in the penalty box for at least one. Referee's very quick to get on top of any sort of unduly rough play. Very experienced referee in Mark Farrello, one of the best referees in the country, who is just taking care of all this. So we've got a hold and an unsportsmanlike on the 2 players. They will show up on our scoring system in just a moment. So we will be 4-on-4 for 2 minutes or less. Somerville with 2 for the Phantoms and 11-2 for the Shenanigans. 4-on-4 hockey for 2 minutes. Puck comes up to on the point there for the Phantoms in Hood. He finds Daisy again. Daisy fires the cannon, but runs into shin guards again. I can tell you that stings. Hood with another chance, flings it in hard onto the net. Up to the task, Kyle Hussey, who makes the save. Puck bobbing around the front too again. But Kananga now looking like he's going to finish up with it, and does. He chips the puck out of the zone wisely, and it's a race with the puck now, barreling down to get it Brad Olick, who races into the corner. He's got Hood with him. Players going all over the place in the race back to the slot. As Smith tries to deke around one and gets the puck and his body past it, but not together. Now they go into the corner. A bit of ferocity starting to pop up into this game. Stacey trying to go back and pick the puck up for the Phantoms. Kananga now, however, gets out of the zone with the puck. Not quite sure how he's managed to get past three bodies, but he does it. Hood, however, gets it back. And we have an offside for the Phantoms. And with 1 minute to go on the penalty on both Levin and Somerville, we have one more minute of 4 and 4, or rather I should say about 50 seconds of 4 and 4. You can see how it opens up the game, and it gets a bit quicker when there's just the 4 players on the ice. Wayne Gretzky's trick in the old days was to try and get a 4 and 4 situation because he could score more goals in 4 and 4s. But I don't think Gretzky's playing today, and anyone who wears his number is in deep trouble. But regardless, the Phantoms try to play the puck up the ice, but it's picked off there by Yayo, who takes a shot. Madolo watches it go wide. Picking it up now. Here's the Phantoms who try and clear it up the zone. They don't clear it. Rafe now with the puck. Holds it, tickles it around, finds the feet of Yayo. Yayo dancing in the corner with the puck. Gets past one. Doesn't get past two. Now ridden into the corner. Tries to go the wrap around the back and then it's forced wide. Puck comes up high. It's picked up by the Phantoms who get a shot on. Madolo makes the save and deflects it into the corner. Yayo now once more with the puck looking for the option in the slot. Finds it, but not cleanly. And the puck now bounces out of the zone. Yan couldn't keep track of it. It's picked up by Somerville. Straight out of the penalty box. He had a chance, but not quite enough. It was that great come out of the penalty box straight into the play move. Somerville very nearly managed to get away with it. But unfortunately for him, the Phantoms were back in number. Somerville now with the puck. Chips it across, finds his teammate. Finds Williams. Williams' shot goes wide, hits the glass. Glass isn't goals. The puck is going to be picked up by Norma Yan, who looks up ice. Tries to find Yayo. The puck goes past him. Wong for the Phantoms dumps it in deep. And there'll be some tired legs. The boys getting some changes. 2-0 the lead to the Shenanigans as the puck comes out now for them to break it out. They go cross ice, finding Norma Yan, who looks up ice. Doesn't see much movement, decides to go himself. A neutral zone trap there set by the Phantoms. Forces Yan to go wide. Puck loose in the slot. Picked up by Williams. Dumps it high. Tried to find Somerville. Somerville couldn't get a handle on it. Now it's Tran who loses sight of it. It's behind her. She's got a bit of room now. Driven into the corner by Wong, watching her closely. She puts the puck across the slot, trying to find Rafe, but couldn't. Finds instead Yan, who fires it in from a distance. Rafe gets the chip. Madolo was there. Oh, that wasn't Rafe. That was Zolan who got the chip. Now the Phantoms clear it up ice, trying desperately to create some attack. It's Williams now who chips it past Yan and goes over to get a change. Some tired legs there for the Phantoms as they get fresh legs on the ice. Now it is blasting up through the middle of Shenanigans with a bit of room. A shot taken wide there by Matthew Alley. And he is stuck behind the net, being tightly pressed by Ryan Days. Daisy is doing a good job there of just trying to keep him under control. They get tangled up. Nothing untoward there except maybe a little bit of stick holding. Someone's left their glove behind. The referee's doing a good job of making sure that it doesn't go too far, but we do have a whistle. Someone's going to be doing two, I think, by the look of it. Mark Ferrello pointing at one of the Phantoms by the look of it and suggesting that... is it a penalty? No, it's an icing. No, it's not an icing. Apologies, I'm not quite sure exactly what the call is here, but that doesn't matter. It's just normal play. Shenanigans trying once more to pick up the price as lucky Mr. Skullring 000 manages to get the puck, but only as far as Kananga, who runs into Days. And Days just puts the brakes on him as he steals the puck from him. Sorry, Kananga, I should say, puts the brake on Days. Now the Shenanigans trying to find more opportunity. And in 13 there for the Shenanigans, that was Brad Orlick, who mohawked around and tried to get a shot away, but it went wide. Clearing the puck up ice, Hood, who finds Hughes. Hughes, through a little bit of luck, manages to clear the puck out of the zone, but it's gone back for Matthew Alley, who skates around the back of the net looking for movement. Sees a bit of momentum, but goes himself. No direct pressure on him. Finds instead Ben Drew. Ben runs into a wall of white and purple, and we'll have to go back and try again. It's Phantoms 000. Phantoms get a shot across the net. They're very lucky that one didn't go in. It was James Smith who got a nice shot away. The last line of defence, though, for the Phantoms, clearing the puck back up. This game bouncing backwards and forwards at a frantic pace. The short bench of the Phantoms may well start to cost them too in the third. The Shenanigans with a big bench. The Phantoms with just the one change of lines. And they're going to pay for that in the third. As the Shenanigans come blasting down the middle once more. Nice little drop pass and a shot. Madolo gets a pad in the way. And that was Ben Drew with the follow-up for the drop pass. And Oleg now puts the puck in, but only gets it as far as Wong, who backhands it around the back, finds instead for his troubles the wrong player wearing a teal jersey, and that was Nat Lasev, who put the puck across the front. No one there for the Shenanigans, and it's dumped all the way down. And it will not go for icing. Our referee's not calling icing on that one. Shenanigans clearing it out of the zone. The score still 2-0 with 5 minutes to go in the second. Shenanigans are trying to break it out through Yayo, but he circles around, finds himself a little bit more room, gets around the forecheck through the neutral zone, gets around two, doesn't get around too many bodies though, and he will have drawn a penalty there for a trip, and it looks like it's probably going to be Somerville who's going to do two for tripping. One of the things when you get a player blasting through that quickly, often it's quite difficult. You're trying to pick up the puck and you just get a stick in the way, and if they not suggesting that there was a dive there, but certainly you can put yourself in a position where if you do fall over, it's pretty convincing that it was brought about by your opponent's stick. Blasting now through the middle on the penalty kill, the Phantoms, who dump it deep. They've got to prioritise getting the puck out of the zone if they can, making sure they don't get scored against here. 3 goals coming into the third would be very difficult to get back indeed, and they'll know that. Shenanigans now looking to try and play the puck out of their zone. They are on the power play at the moment. It's surprising they've had it stuck back there for as long as they have. The Phantoms doing a pretty good job shutting down the attack, but Yayo tried to play the puck up the ice and blew a tyre. And now the Shenanigans finally get a little bit of room through the neutral zone, skating through it nice and cleanly. A nice drop pass to set up the power play, get the puck across the front of the net, but there's a Phantom stick in the way, which just breaks up the rhythm. That was a nice play there. Pete Savides, who did a good job of just breaking up the shot. They've got waiting on the point there is Yayo, who's just looking for that shot, creeping in. Manages to pull the puck out of the sky. Wines shoots. Badola makes the first save. The puck's loose in the front. Clearing the puck out, though, the Snappers, they just managed to clear it out, and Drew couldn't keep the puck in the zone. It just went through his feet, which buys the Phantoms a little respite as they desperately try and get a change, but it's badly timed. They've got to get back on. Lesev managed to keep the puck in for the Shenanigans. He's looking for passing lanes. Opts to take the shot instead. It's picked up by the Phantoms' defence. Now they've got to clear the puck out of the zone quickly. Hood looks up ice. Found a partner. Dumps the puck out of the zone in the end, and the Phantoms race over to get the change they need. But they've got to get back quickly because here comes Yayo, and he's got time in front of him. He tries to get around one, but luckily for the Phantoms, someone was offside. Very lucky there for the Phantoms, who've seen how dangerous Yayo can be when he gets a little bit of time and space. And they certainly gave him, they needed to get the change for sure. But I don't know when you could time it when they're under that sort of relentless pressure from this team, which is just like a constant wall of blue. But the penalty is now over. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey on the drop of the puck. So racing back out onto the ice, Somerville. This time not blessed with the opportunity that he had last time with the loose puck. Day's just pitching up high. But Madolo lost the puck there in his blind spot down below his pads for a fraction of a second, but it wasn't too much time that he couldn't make it safe and retrieve the situation. With just under 2 minutes to play in the second, it's the Shenanigans 2, the Phantoms 0. It's been a pretty dry period for the Phantoms. I'm not sure they've had a single shot on the net as the scorer sees it this period. If they have, it's only been 1 or 2, whereas the Shenanigans have lit up Madolo. It's now up to 23 shots on the net for 2 goals. He's had a great game, but that shot count this early on is certainly starting to tell, as Normie Yan for the Shenanigans gets around one, tries to clear the puck up the ice. 9 Days pinching in for the Phantoms. He sees the threat of the Zolan moving down the middle. So too is Julia Tran. 3-on-2 now. The Shenanigans just blasting through, trying to pick it up. Was one of the Shenanigans anyway. Zolan couldn't quite get enough on it to put the puck in the net, and that was Matthew Alley. And in the end, they do manage to get one more in the net. I think it was Alley who picked up the tip in. We'll see this on the replay. It looks like Zolan might have got the shot across. See the Tran goes across and fires it in. Just a little bit of a rebound. And yep, that was Matthew Alley, who was rewarded for his work from the previous 10 seconds or so of effort, and the Shenanigans out to a 3-0 lead with about 30 seconds to play in the second period. Massive number of shots on the net, 24 to just 6 to the Phantoms. Tran now with another chance for the Shenanigans. She puts it across, goes behind the net, poked in by Solon, but he can't do enough with it. And it's picked up now by the Phantoms, who with 13 seconds to go will be looking to clear the zone and just reduce the damage in this period. Wong gets it past Tran. Tran loses a tyre, and the puck cleared out of the zone by the Phantoms. Just 4 seconds now to play. There'll be one more chance for either team to score. Fanning on the pass there, and that will wind up the period with Smith just not quite able to get enough on it to do anything useful with the puck there. At the end of the second, Shenanigans 3, Phantoms 0. 24 shots on the net to 6 in favour of the Shenanigans. The ice absolutely tilting in the direction. But Lawton Modolo in the net for the Shenanigans, doing an outstanding job, managing to keep the shot count down to 3. And every shot that's been taken on him that's gone in, has been one that you really can't suggest was a goalie's fault. Goalies will make the first save. It's a defensive team's responsibility to clean out the second. But the Shenanigans doing a fantastic job of just being in everywhere in numbers. They're quicker, and that's making the big difference. So if you've got numbers and speed, you find that you're creating 3-on-2 and odd player opportunities at all times in attack and defence. And that's certainly what's been happening so far throughout this game. The Shenanigans doing a fantastic job of being in place in numbers, racing back quickly, not giving the Phantoms enough opportunity to create shots. And when they've had opportunities themselves, the Shenanigans been getting great opportunities of putting the puck on the net and getting those dirty rebounds. And that's how they've scored 2 of their goals. Were great workman-like goals, or blue-collar goals they're often called, where you just pick up something that's popped loose in front of the net and finish it off when the goalie's already out of position, and there's not very much that the goaltender can do. And that is Lawton Modolo, who has he'd have a heart rate of about 1,000,007 by now. But he's doing a great job in the net for the Phantoms, keeping them in at the deficit only the 3 goals. Can the Phantoms get it back? They've got the short bench, the Shenanigans with a bigger bench, so less fatigue for the Shenanigans. But can the Phantoms find an extra gear and pull this one back? Face off one nicely by the Phantoms, but Fanning there on the clearance green. She's got to put some pressure on now, but Saviti's pinching in for the Phantoms. Now, Smith gets a shot on the net, goes across the front harmlessly in the end. Is now trying to pick it up Days. Days is doing a good job there of trying to mark on Kananga, make sure that the danger from there is suppressed. But Normie Yan now with room, looks up ice, trying to find a passing lane. Doesn't find one, does the Normie thing and goes himself. But now he passes, finds Kananga. Kananga gets a shot from a distance. Modolo makes the save. Around the back of the net now, Kananga digging, but he's seen pressed tightly by Smith. Smith tries to clear it out, and eventually the Phantoms win that little battle, but it only goes as far as Rafe, who can't quite clear it out. Shot taken across the front of the net by the Phantoms, clearing it out. Daisy, who does a chip backhand. It was all he had, but it was enough, and the puck goes up to Hussey, who puts the puck across to Normie Yan. Normie Yan tries to get around one Phantom. It's pressed tightly, and in the end runs into a wall, but keeps pushing and drives the puck out. He will be offside, however. And it was Evan Rafe who was caught offside. Normie Yan just stuck on the wrong side of the blue line. He tried to get a skate back across the line, but referee's there and said, no, not good enough. And as a result, the Shenanigans just caught offside. Normie Yan tried to go the distance and just ran into a wall, but it was a beautiful pass and he made to Glory Kananga. Glory Kananga has been playing an outstanding game so far, but well marked too through most of it by, I've got to say, a bit of a personal battle there between himself and Ryan Days. But now it is Yayo who blasts up the middle. He's got room. He winds, he shoots. The puck is made the first save there by Modolo, and it's cleared out now by Smith. Sorry, Somerville, who has a bit of room, tries to get past the third. Somerville again, shoots and scores. Somerville was off balance when he took the shot. He got through 2. You watch this on the replay. He's got some great back-checking pressure on him. He's got to get past the defenseman through the feet. And then it's in the end, it's not a particularly powerful shot by any stretch, but it just caught everyone off balance, including, unfortunately, for himself, Kyle Hussey. And that gets the Phantoms on the board. 3-1, the lead. Just 2 goals now with 13 and a half minutes to play in the third and deciding period of this grand final game between the Shenanigans and the Phantoms. Face-off one again there by Somerville. He chipped it through but couldn't get it. Playing in this time now, the Phantoms with another lease of life. Can they quickly get another one and really make this a contest? That one goal has given them a chance. Puck comes across the front, but it's picked up by Yayo, who's there with room. He's got Wong in front of him. Wong trying to force him wide. Does the shot. Shot though wide. It's into the top corner over the hand of Modolo. You'll see this, a beautiful shot under a lot of pressure. Wong forced the shot wide, but it went over Modolo's blocker. An outstanding shot, top shelf, right where, as Gossie would say, Grandma hides the biscuits. In the top shelf of the biscuit cupboard. And there it goes. So back out to a 3-goal lead, 4-1. The Shenanigans with an outstanding shot there. Under a reasonable amount of pressure too was Yayo, but he made good of it. Great shot under a lot of pressure. The Phantoms in Daisy trying to get clear of Tran. Tran doing a great job of putting pressure on Days. Now it comes back to the Shenanigans playing the puck up the boards. A little bit of stationary play this time as trying to blast it through as Matthew Alley gets into the slot but runs into a wall of Phantom D. And it's just a little bit too much for him to get past in that occasion. Daisy decides that he's going to rim the puck all the way to Moe, and it is going to go for an icing. Daisy fires the cannon. He had to clear the puck out of the zone. Was possibly hoping that there might be enough snow now in front of the boards to slow it down. But unfortunately for Ryan, it is brought back to a defensive zone face-off for the Phantoms. Can they turn it into a counter-attack and see if they can get behind the Shenanigans D? They've got a chance. If they can win this face-off and just chip it behind the centre and get their wingers blasting through there quickly, they may be able to get past Green if she commits in too close. But in this particular occasion, it doesn't work out like that. It's back to Yan. Yan winds and shoots. Modolo watches it go harmlessly by. And now the Shenanigans take another shot across the front. Zolan couldn't get enough on it. Yan chipped in at perhaps not the most opportune of times, and now it's a 2-on-1 for the Phantoms. They wind, they shoot, but it goes wide of Hussey. And Phantoms not able to capitalise on a great opportunity there. It was Keeler who couldn't quite get the puck on the net that he needed to, and Yan just dancing with it again, tries to clear the puck out of the zone, finds Zolan, but Zolan runs into a Phantom who was hiding right behind him in plain sight. The shot goes across the front of the net there for the Phantoms. Tran now trying to get past Seavies. Puck held in, but Green tries to clear it out again. Can't clear the puck, loses it in her feet. Now it's Normie Yan back up to clean up the mess. He's got 2 Phantoms on him, putting him a lot of pressure, and they steal it. Wrapping around the back of the net now, Yan though. Here he goes, and he clears the puck up ice, tries to find and does Rafe, but Rafe lost it in his foot briefly. Zolan now loses the puck, and it's picked up by Phantoms in Savides. Savides puts the puck across the net, but it's picked up and fired in from the red line by the Phantoms D, deciding enough's enough of that silliness in the neutral zone. Rafe now for the Shenanigans, but it's stolen by Somerville. Somerville tries to get past 2, loses the puck in the process, picked up now by Kananga. Kananga doesn't get past all of the D, leaves the puck behind, and, but it's picked up by Rafe. Rafe with a bit of room, dances wide. He's got Kananga in the slot, Dance firing in, goes around the back, looks for the wraparound. Kananga's free in the slot. Wong sees it, picks him up and takes that thread out of play. But now the Shenanigans on the blue line, on the point, looking to fire it up. It's Normie Yan now with the puck. Takes the shot, Rafe with the puck, tried to take a shot on it, lost behind the net. Battling behind it now, the 2 teams with just under 10 minutes to play and 3 goals the lead to the Shenanigans. Shenanigans 4 goals, 2-1. The shot is taken, loose in front of the shot, but the save is made by Lawton Modolo, who swallows up the puck and says, not that one, not this time. And with 9 minutes and 30 seconds to go, we have 4 goals to the Shenanigans from 29 shots. 1 goal to the Phantoms from 9. An outstanding solo effort by Somerville, who got through everyone and in the end confused everyone, including the puck and the goalie, but it went in. Shenanigans with another shot goes wide of the net. Modolo watching that one go harmlessly into the glass, and now breaking out now is mystery number. I don't know what your number is because it's 0 and it's not on the sheet, but it goes into the corner now for the Shenanigans, trying to get past Somerville. They do. They find Kananga, but Kananga can't take the puck off Hood, who... I tell a lie, it does take the puck off Hood in the end. Comes back up, Ryan Days looks up ice, finds not much in the way of options, and ices the puck, but it's waved off. He must have touched something. As they're going back now to pick it up is Matthew Alley, looks up ice, got a lot of pressure on him, he gets past all of it, finds Drew goes left, right, shoots, elects not to shoot, tried to find Kananga, just a little bit too fancy, went behind him. Kananga circles around, gets past the check, gets a shot away through traffic, but it goes wide. And it is played up the ice now once more by the Phantoms, who fail to clear the zone. No, they do clear the zone just, and it's picked up by Levin, who goes cross ice with not much sauce, but it ends up back on the stick of Kananga, who winds, and it goes wide once more. Daisy for the Phantoms clears it up ice to mystery number gold helmet, who puts the puck into the middle of the zone for the Shenanigans. Picked up once more by the Phantoms in Hood, who push it back up the boards. Shenanigans now with a bit of room, trying to get past Somerville. They do. They find Yayo. Yayo's got a bit of room, gets past, runs into some traffic, and there's a fair old ball battle going on for that puck. But now it goes behind the net. Madolo tries to make it safe, puts it behind the net. They've got Yayo free in the slot, but they pick him up eventually, the Phantoms. And we will have a whistle, and we will have a stop. And Louise Crinlin, one of the referees, just counting all the players, trying to make sure there isn't too many on the ice. Yep, that's one hand's worth. So no too many players infractions at this particular point in time. And we will have a face-off in the offensive zone for the Shenanigans. You can see one of their D pinching right in. If the Phantoms can get behind him, then that's an opportunity for them to get away quickly. Looking for Somerville to try and do that. They almost managed to do it, but unfortunately for them, Matthew Alley is up to the task, picks it up, tries to get a shot across, finds Yayo, who gets the puck across the front, but they couldn't quite finish it off, the Shenanigans, but there's a great chance. And now trying to get another chance on it is Rafe. Rafe got the puck as far as Lesev, but she put the puck into the corner. And now it comes across just harmlessly behind the net. Wong watching Lesev closely. Lesev goes up to the point, finds a point player there, and Matthew Alley, who circles around, gets a bit of space. Not much pressure on in there, and eventually the Phantoms work it out. Now he tries to get a shot across the front, dances left and right, but he shoots the puck wide, gets back to the blue line to do his job. The puck goes around the back now for the Phantoms, who look up ice, find a nice stretch pass in the hands of Adams, and then it goes up to Keeler, but Keeler can't hold it, and it goes back in the corner for Normie Ann for the Shenanigans to pick up. He gets around the forecheck, passes the puck up ice. That's a pass. Normally it looks good. There's a bit of a collision on the ice. Referees do not have a hand up for that one, so they're calling that an innocent collision. Puck now goes into the corner once more. 6 minutes to go in the third. 3 goals the lead to the Shenanigans. The Phantoms need to score quickly if they are to give themselves a chance in this game. Shenanigans looking up ice. Just the puck bounces off the back of Yayo. But here they come, 3-on-3. Yayo loose in the slot, fires in, but we've got a hand up now for a penalty, and it is going to be the Phantoms for bringing down, and they kind of had to in that circumstance. Yayo was free in the slot, so arguably a professional foul there. And that's Daniel Tofters, who will be sitting to. Probably for an interference or maybe a hook. I didn't see what the referee's call was. But in that case, not an awful lot that could happen. So the Shenanigans now with the power play and 5 minutes to go. They've got a bit of time. Green lobs the puck in from a distance. Not much on it, but maybe looking for a tip in. It's Ilya Zilic who plays the puck around the back of the net. Almost stolen there by Daniel Hood. The puck now played up the ice back to Ilya Zolan, who fires the puck across, finds Tran. Tran with a bit of room in front of her. It's a power play, of course she does, but she's pushed into the corner. Whips around the back of the net trying to find a passing option. She's got Zolan there looking for it, tapping his stick on the ice saying, give it to me, give it to me. And Tran goes for a little bit of a tumble as the power play being nicely set up. Good patience from the Shenanigans at the moment with how they've set this up. But so too the Phantoms doing a pretty good job of defending it. Shenanigans can't keep the puck in. It's just bobbled out of the zone back to Green, who's got it in her feet. She's got pressure on her from Hood, who steals the puck. He's got Tran bearing down on him. Elects to go around behind the net and give himself a bit of space. Remember, the Phantoms are on the penalty. Tran steals it from him, though. She's got room. She takes a shot. She runs into Hoodstick, who gives her a flick, and she goes for 6. It's the difference between someone who's 45 kilos and someone who's about 100. And the puck goes far down into the deep corner for the Shenanigans, who are going to pick it up. Remember, the Shenanigans don't need goals here. They're content just to run the clock down. Just under 4 minutes now to go. They clear the puck up to Drew. Drew loses the puck in his foot, looks up, tries to find an option. All he had in front of him was Somerville, who managed to disrupt the play a little bit. Somerville going in to put some pressure on Drew. The Phantoms need to throw caution to the wind now. 3.5 minutes to go and a 3-goal deficit. They've got to take some chances as the shot fired in from a distance by Kananga knocks Lawton Madolo's stick out of his hand, but now it's picked off by Somerville, who has been outstanding for the Phantoms, who gets past just about everything, but he is brought down there, and it's going to be Kananga who's going to do 2 for tripping. He doesn't look very happy about it, but it was pretty obvious, so he'll do 2. And the clock, unfortunately, for the Phantoms will continue to tick. They really need the clock to stop. They have a power play now for 2 minutes or less if they can score a goal. And you've got to say, if they don't score a goal on this power play, it's all over for them. They've got to get that one goal back, and really, really quickly. So they don't want to muck around on the bench. They're currently short. It's they need to get that line change a bit better organised. So otherwise the puck's going to get out of the zone and lose the chance. They did have a chance there from the face-off. Comes in for a backhand for the stick there of Smith, but he couldn't hold it. It's cleared out, but Daisy picks it up for the Phantoms, who dumps it across the front, trying to find a player there in Keeler, but it didn't go. And we have too many players on the ice for the Phantoms. So that's a rookie mistake, unfortunately, for the Phantoms. And they will be going now to 4-on-4 with 2 minutes to play. That's I'm not going to say it's all over for them, but it's going to make it very, very difficult indeed, especially when the Shenanigans have players of the speed that they do. When it goes down to 4-on-4, the faster of the two teams is generally the one that will prevail. In this instance, it's probably going to be the Shenanigans, and also they only have 1 minute to go on the penalty. So under 2 minutes now to play. I don't think anyone was suggesting that the Shenanigans are anything other than very, very heavy favourites. The Phantoms have done very well indeed in this game, in a game which you'd have to say they were a bit outclassed in terms of speed, but it's not all over just yet. 1 minute and 35 seconds to play. It will finish with the Phantoms being on a penalty kill. There's not much they can do about that. Kananga will be back on in 35 seconds or so. The puck is dumped down the other end. There's no ice. So the forecheck coming in now by Adams. But he can't do much with it apart from put a bit of pressure on the Shenanigans. And remember, they don't need to do anything. They've got a 3-goal lead and a minute to play. Yayo now tries to get around Williams. Does almost, but players all tripping all over each other at the moment. It is the end of the game. Everyone's pretty tired. Going back now to try and do something constructive with it is Savides. Savides finds Somerville. Somerville's been the danger player for the Phantoms. Under a minute now to go. Kananga back on the ice in just a second or so, and Kananga rejoins the play. It's now 5-on-4 to the Shenanigans for the last 40 seconds. They now have the power players. Yan takes a shot. Badolo runs it into the corner. Yo-Yo looking for an option. And he's got Kananga. Kananga fires a shot. Madolo gets a pad in the way. 35 seconds to go. Puck still in play for the Normie Yan backhander, but it won't go. Kananga now puts the puck across the front. Somerville gets a sticky on the way. Yan keeps the puck in. Somerville picks it up again. 18 seconds to play. Can they get another goal and salvage a bit of pride out of this one? The Phantoms have got one. They play the puck across ice, but it's going to go and be picked up by Tom Drew, who skates around the back of the net with 5 seconds to play. All he needs to do is just wind it up. Dumps the puck up, finds Yayo. Yayo's got room. Yayo shoots, but that is the end of the game. And the Shenanigans with a 4-0 lead in that one. Goals to, I'll just get the scores for you. Goals to Rad Alec from Ilya Zolan, Ben Drew from Ali and Liara Green, and then Matthew Ali from Julia Tran with an outstanding play shot across the front and a little bit of a lucky tip in there for Ali. Then Somerville got one back for the Phantoms unassisted with a pretty strange looking bounce, but it went in the end, and he certainly earned the opportunity. And he managed to get past a significant check to make that happen. But in the end, the puck went in was kind of a bit of a magnetic trick. In the end, Yayo got one from Ali with 13 minutes to go, which was the sealer. And in the end, too, the shots on the net very much in favour of the Shenanigans. 35 shots to 9, which tells you just how tilted the ice was. It was 11-4 in the first, 13-2 in the second, and then 11-3 in the third period. So the Shenanigans just too quick in the end for the Phantoms. You could see in particular too with the short bench that the Phantoms had. It just started to really tear them apart in the second and third when they just kept running out of legs. It's hard to keep going at that pace when you are short benched, and that's what ended up happening. So the end of the game, the Shenanigans are the IceHQ Beer League, in fact the last IceHQ Beer League champions for Division 4, because next season it's not called the Beer League, it's called the Rec League. Regardless, thank you for being with us tonight. I hope you enjoyed the show, and congratulations to the Shenanigans on their win, and a great effort too by the Phantoms. It was good to see them go all the way to the finish, and what a great game too by Somerville, who really showed great ability under adversity. So great game too by both teams, and thank you very much for being with us this evening for